In this video, we're talking about the purchase and sale agreement. So some states go directly to the purchase and sale agreement for a real estate transaction. The state of Massachusetts, however, does not. The first step, as we talked about a couple videos ago, I think it was step 3 or step 4, which is writing an offer to purchase real estate, which is different than a purchase and sale agreement. The offer to purchase real estate first has to be accepted by the seller side because the buyer side is writing it. And then once that's accepted, then you typically move on to the home inspection right after if you choose to do a home inspection. If you waive the home inspection, then typically the next step after that is the purchase and sale. So in that case, once the purchase and sale comes around, and remember this, Massachusetts is an attorney state, so you're going to have a real estate attorney drafting the purchase and sale agreement. And buyers and sellers typically have their own real estate attorney representative throughout the transaction. So on this stage, the seller attorney and the buyer attorney are going to be negotiating back and forth, coming to an agreement on behalf of their clients and putting protections in place for their clients in their best interest. Once this is agreed upon by both parties, obviously the seller side has to look at it and the buyer side has to look at it. Once it's agreed upon by both those parties, then it's going to be signed by the seller side and the buyer side. And once it's signed, that means it's almost a fully executed purchase and sale agreement. This is when your second deposit will be due as the buyer. I already mentioned the first deposit, which comes after accepted offer. That's when you put the $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, you send it to the listing brokerage or the seller attorney representative, and they put it in escrow until closing day. Same thing happens here. You're going to put some money. You're going to put, I don't know, you have to agree upon it before you write the offer. You're going to put this money after the purchase and sale agreement. You're going to send it over to the listing brokerage or the seller attorney representative, and it's going to sit in escrow until closing. And at this point in time, if you were to back out of the deal for no reason related to inspection contingency, appraisal contingency, mortgage contingency, then that money could potentially be at risk of being lost to the seller. So if you back out after purchase and sale because you got cold feet, then that purchase and sale deposit money is definitely at risk. So the purchase and sale agreement also includes what each party must do prior to and up to the day of closing. That is how many visits the buyer can take to the property before closing day. That is, I'm trying to think of a purchase and sale contract right now. You can look one up online, just a generic one, and just kind of see what it entails. It's just going to have a lot of attorney lingo, a lot of legalities, that sort of thing. It's going to have the official purchase price, if there's closing cost credits, if any of those things are mentioned. And once the purchase and sale agreement is fully executed by both parties, then that is a new contract moving forward to the day of closing. So I mentioned the offer to purchase real estate towards the beginning of this video. Once the purchase and sale is signed, that is the new contract moving forward to the day of closing, basically supersedes the previous offer. And we have to follow this purchase and sale until the day of closing. And that does it for step number 6, the purchase and sale agreements. And in the next video, which will be step 7, we will be covering the appraisal and what an appraisal entails. See you then.